Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alexandria Monique and I create content about creating an intentional and balanced lifestyle. Today is a bonus video for this week where I am going to be giving tips that I would have given to my younger self. So let's jump right into the video. Tip number one, slow down. I was such in a rush to grow up and have my own apartment. And, we just don't realize at that time that, that comes along with bills and nosy neighbors and annoying neighbors and, just slow down. If you're watching this and you are in your 20s or if you're a teenager, slow down, okay? Tip number two would be don't care so much what other people think about you, because you will get older and you'll realize that their opinions never mattered and you don't want that to shape your decisions and who you are. So just don't worry about it. As hard as it is and how crazy social media is nowadays, just don't worry about what other people have to say about you. Tip number three would be go study or work abroad. I would like to say two opportunities to be able to go study abroad. Yes, it would have costed money. Yes, it would have been something, that I would have had to consider financially. But in college, I would have had the opportunity to go and study abroad. And when I was in a point when I was living in New York City, which I did move from Dallas to New York when I was in college, and that was a huge decision and a huge step for me because I didn't have any friends or family in New York City. But I feel like when I was at a point in my career, when I was working at Saks, that when I was ready to leave Saks, and like that in between stage between that and between when I went on to my other job, I wish I would have gone on and applied overseas and worked for, some fashion companies or designers in Europe or things like that while I was still, single and didn't have any kids, wasn't married or anything like that. And just taking that step to go and work abroad even. And that would be a tip of mine. If you have the opportunity, take it, because you never know where that would lead you. My fourth tip I would have given to my younger self is to start traveling now. Get your passport, grab your friends. You don't have to have a boo. If you don't have one, that's fine. Go and travel, see the world. Things come up in life that, stop you. You get caught up at work. You get a boss that doesn't want to give you time off, things like that. Start traveling now. You want to have life experiences. You want to experience other cultures, and just go ahead and do it. Don't stop yourself from doing it. And that's one of the things that I did, is I didn't just go out there and do it. I let fear kind of get in the way of that for me. My fifth tip kind of goes along with my second tip, and it is don't let other people's opinions, including your family and your parents, stop you from doing what you want to do. If it was up to my parents and my family, I never would have moved to New York, really during my last quarter of college. So if I had let their opinions stop me, then I would have never gone to New York and done all the great things and seen all the great things that I did there. So don't let people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do. My sixth tip would be start eating healthy now. I did not eat a single vegetable until I moved to New York, which, I didn't have any health issues or anything like that. And, when you're 20, you don't think about that and you're not worried about that. But it's important to eat healthy anyways. You want your body to be healthy for all the amazing things that you're going to do in the future. My seventh tip would be to figure out what you want in a relationship that doesn't include all the superficial height and, status and things like that, are easy to come up with in your mind. Like, you can look at somebody and see if they are physically what you want. But to really think about what you want your significant other, husband, whatever, to be. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just, date here and there and, just have fun. But, you also want to have an idea of what it is that you would want in a long-term relationship. My eighth tip to my younger self would be to save your money, build a savings, because I don't know about other families, but my parents taught me to save money. And when I worked in high school, I had a savings account. And then when I was done with high school, that savings went into my getting things for my apartment and things like that for college. But that money was gone. And so my tip would be, if you are, young and working, put aside something and then just don't touch it. Don't move it for anything. You want to continue to build on it. Don't even, look at it here and there to make sure, no one has scammed you, no one has stolen your money, but don't think of it as spending money. Just keep that money aside and keep it growing, because then when you're in your 30s and things like that, you will have a huge nest egg. And once you get into investing and things like that, your money will grow for you even more. So you just want to make sure that when you are in your 30s, or people even in their 20s are buying houses and things like that, you want to make sure that you are prepared and you have that money set aside for things that'll come up. And it'll also deter you from getting so many credit cards, and you don't want to fall into debt. My ninth tip to my younger self would be, have godly standards. I didn't always have the relationship that I had with God. I was boy crazy, just, like a lot of girls are and were back then. So I just would say to have godly standards. Don't just talk to anybody. Don't let just anybody in your space, in your mind. Be selective and just make sure you are really filtering the people that you allow to have in your life. And my 10th tip for this bonus video is continue to do new and different things and hobbies. There are so many things like in my life that I've always wanted to do. I was that kid that wanted to be everything growing up. There was a time when I wanted to be so many different things. And so I have a lot of different interests. And my tip would be to just don't stop learning, continue to try new things, try new hobbies, and it keeps you interesting, it keeps your life interesting, and it's something to build with your character. So those are my 10 tips to my younger self. Stay tuned and subscribe for next week. There will be another video with another 10 tips that I would give to my younger self. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.